I'm going to do things just a bit different today because I get a lot of questions from a lot of people asking me, hey, what type of counseling do you do? And I especially get this when I introduce myself and I tell people, oh, I'm a therapist for women, or I'm a supportive counselor, or however I introduce my occupation. People always ask me, oh, in what? And I find this question really interesting because I'm like, what do you mean in what? And I'm not sure where the disconnect is or why that's kind of the first initial question I get from people, because to me it seems really obvious as to what counseling is, what someone might attend counseling for, the types of things that you might work on when you're working one-on-one with a counselor. And then I realized maybe it's not that obvious to a lot of people. And I had actually spoken about this a little bit in my Facebook group recently. If you're not a part of my Facebook community, you can join it. It is the link is in my bio if you're watching this on Instagram. If you're watching it on Facebook, let me know and I'll get you the link. Anyways, I had talked about this idea as that therapy or counseling can actually be really proactive. And I don't think that's something that's commonly understood. I feel like most people, when they think about working with a counselor, they think about that like traditional therapy. They're probably picturing themselves laying on a couch somewhere, the way it's depicted on television. They probably feel as though they're, diving deep into their trauma, processing trauma, getting all of that out of the body. And while yes, absolutely, counseling is all about that. Some counselors really specialize in processing trauma with their clients, and that is very much needed. But the way I practice is different in the sense that I like to focus instead of focusing on problems, because all of us know the challenges that we're experiencing in our lives. And I don't even look at things like problems. I look at things like challenges to be overcome, obstacles to move through in order to better yourself, to grow and expand, and to step into your power, step into your authenticity, your worth, things of that nature. So while that might really be obvious to me because that's what I do and that's how I've defined it for myself, it might not be obvious to everyone else. When I'm working with clients, I like to stay kind of future focused, solutions focused, and be very proactive in terms of, okay, what is it right now that is proving to be challenging, that is proving to be an obstacle in your life? And for some, yes, that is trauma. We talk a little bit about it, we go through, but I don't categorize myself or think of myself as a trauma counselor specifically. My focus is working with women only. A lot of times we're working on mindset, we're increasing self-worth, we're rediscovering what it means to be you, meaning a lot of the women that come to me feel very stuck. That seems to be the word. I'm stuck. I can't get myself out of the mud. I feel like I'm living my life on repeat, the same thing day in and day out. I don't feel joy about life. I don't feel like myself. I feel very like I'm just going through the motions. And in that way, it's proactive because we don't want that to get to the point of apathy, meaning you have no desire or ability or motivation to do anything. So in that sense, a lot of the work I do is proactive. I don't want my clients to get to that point. I want to get to the root of some of these obstacles. And a lot of times it tends to be this overwhelming feeling that they are incapable of making change in their life, which couldn't be further from the truth. We are all capable of driving change within our own life, but we've been conditioned and we've been taught that sometimes isn't necessarily the case, that after you hit a certain age, you're stuck in your ways, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. So, a lot of people will say to me, oh, I'm 55 years old, I have no business restarting my life. And it's like, you're only 55. 55 is so young. So there's a lot of stuff going on here when we work together in the counseling sessions, but it's not just based and rooted on problems. I think a lot of people are scared to come to therapy or counseling because they think we're just going to dig up all of that old hurtful stuff. And while yes, some of that might be helpful in understanding the root cause of what's happening now, the goal is to move you forward. The goal is to discover what it is that you truly want above all else, how you want to feel, what doors you want to burst through so that you can truly embody the person you came here to earth to be, because we all have a purpose. We all have a reason to be here. We all have a gift. And my goal is to start to uncover that, at least getting you to the point where you feel confident taking opportunities, taking chances, where you're not letting fear run the show constantly, because trust me, fear runs the show often, and it is probably I would say, I'm just making up statistics now, 85% of what's going on with a lot of my clients is this fear-based thinking or negative-based thinking. And this is just as important to sort through this as is processing trauma, but it depends on where you are in your journey. For some people, if you're still managing a lot of that hurt or trying to navigate it, you might need somebody a little bit different. But for me, if you're a person that is tired of not feeling like yourself, if you feel stuck, specifically, if that is the word that is in your brain, I feel stuck, that is something that I can support you in working through. So I wanted to come on here and share that with you because, as I said, I had been contemplating and reflecting on, well, why do people always ask me what kind of counselor I am? Like, I'm a counselor, isn't it obvious? But it's not obvious because everyone's definition differs and everybody's practice, each and every practitioner practices differently. Within the Purposeful Insight program, which is the program that I am currently the founder of, one that I am supremely proud of, one that is actually showing rapid rates of success with each and every client I work with, those are the things that we are tackling. I want to get you unstuck. I want to get you excavating what it means to be you, taking and setting aside all those feelings of unworthiness and self-doubt and showing you, essentially, I become a mirror for what is possible. I hold it up. I show you what I see. And as we work together, you begin to see the same thing. So I just wanted to provide some clarity around that because I was feeling really inspired to talk about it. But yes, if you have questions specifically about the Purposeful Insight program, what I do, how it works, what the benefits are, what you can get out of it, please send me a DM or send me a message, leave a comment, reach out to me in whatever way possible. I promise I don't bite. It's just a conversation, but I wanted to kind of provide some clarity around that so all of you know. And if you're nodding your head right now like, hey, that's me. Oh my God, that's me. Oh my gosh, that's exactly how I'm feeling. It's definitely worth reaching out. So with that, I hope you are happy, healthy, and abundant. And of course, make it a great day. Make it a great day. Make it a great day. I don't know why I went with a nose plug, but it just seemed like the thing to do. I'm pretty sure that was a dance at some point in our history. But anyways, let's get to it.